Oh, that was really awkward and friendly.
If you can make me smile, if only for a while. There's always this big.
Well, hi there. We are in Seoul, South Korea. We've come here right now to Gwangjang Market.
Gwangjang Market was the first permanent market in Korea. Over 100 years later, it is still bustling as ever, with hungry tourists and locals alike.
80% population is Chinese or Japanese. Here.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
This place is famous for its huge variety of traditional Korean street foods. Food you can grab on the go,
And we're about to try out an entire tiny little crab.
or have a quick sit down to eat and enjoy.
Wow, that's like a whole meal right there. Look at these.
From Korean comfort food
There's a whole freaking fish right here.
to food with a face on it.
That's the whole head of a pig. How do you order that?
This place has it all.
안녕하세요 친구들. 오늘 광장 시장 왔어요. 저는 많이 음식 먹을래요. 저는 다 먹고 싶어요. 갑시다.
If you can make me smile, if only for a while. There's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see, believe in you and me.
I see some food right here. Let's go. 안녕하세요. 이거 뭐예요?
스파이시 피시케.
Okay, it's spicy something. My Korean's a little rusty.
First stop of the day, warming it up with two best friends, odang and kimbap. Odang is fish cake, boiling in a savory hot broth, perfect for cold days.
So it's a little spicy. If you don't want to eat the odang, at least get the juice. It just warms you up in the wintertime.
Mayak kimbap is a specialty of Gwangjang Market, usually filled with carrots, spinach, and yellow pickled radish.
아니하면 노이즈.
Okay, the sauce is spicy for your nose.
Mayak actually means drug, because this stuff is addicting.
We're gonna sit down and try a little bit of all of this. I'm gonna start with my mini kimbap here. Take a look at that. It's like a bunch of little tiny kimbap to go. Mayak itself means narcotic. Basically, why they've called it that is because it's got some horseradish in there that's gonna like singe your nose and like burn the back of your skull. Let's try it out. Oh, that's a skull burner. If you love that burn you get from the wasabi when you eat sushi, you will love this. And actually, Korea is a place, when you come here and get kimbap, you never have sauce with it. Even if you ask for soy sauce to put with it, they're like, really? That's not what we do. But here, this lady's doing her own thing. She's got this intense horseradish. I'm gonna put way too much on there. Oh, lady, you're trying to kill me. Here we go, here we go. Oh. It hurts so good. Oh, I feel it in my sinuses, in the back of my brain. That'll wake you up. And then you gotta cool it down with some of your odang juice over here. Savory, salty, perfect. This is, it can be called odang. In Korea, they call it omuk. It's in a similar sauce to the other odang, but it's like a spicy sauce. Let's try that out. Perfect, very dense, bouncy, chewy, fishy. Oh, and then the spice gets you at the end. This is a great start to the day. Let's keep it moving. Our food search continues here in Gwangjang Market. There's a ton of food to be found. And basically the whole market is enclosed with this rooftop here. So it doesn't matter if it's winter or if it's raining, you can get in here for some tasty treats. Oh, I spotted our next food right here.
Welcome to the world of fried everything.
There's tons of stuff to choose from here. My neighbors to the side here, they've got some fish. And that looks very yummy.
This is the Korean comfort food station, especially the hearty bindae duck.
I want to try some of the heart here. I want some kimchi jun, and I'm gonna get the bindae duck. Oh, bindae duck.
Bindae duck starts with washed, soaked, and husked mung beans
The bean right into this grinder, it comes down, it becomes this kind of batter.
that are ground with water and seasoned with salt to make a batter. From there, they can add vegetables or meat and fry that sucker up.
Oh God, look at it, it's so big and greasy and oily.
The cow heart and the savory kimchi pancake is battered and fried like most other items here. Simple, straightforward, and delicious.
Holy crap, what good timing, guys. We came here, we dropped by just as they tossed in a bunch of new, A bunch of new knocks. You guys calm down, you're probably stressed out. This right here is like a whole fried meal. We're gonna just start with this. I'm gonna work my way up to the heart. This looks super tasty. This is like Korean comfort food on a cold day. Look at that. It's steamy, crispy, it's full of bean, and it looks a little soft on the inside too. I'm gonna try it with no sauce first. The taste of this is excellent. It's eggy, it's super crunchy, and then it's got a bunch of that like salty umami flavor. There's probably some MSG maybe. Oh yeah, 진짜 맛있어. Wow. I'm gonna try it with a little bit of sauce here. Little sauce, little onion. Love it. Next we've got some kimchi jun here. This super common, yummy street food here in Korea, and we're just gonna take it down like this. Very bready. Actually, not a ton of kimchi flavor in there, but a hint of sourness from the kimchi, which is a flavor I really love. Oh. And there's kind of a post spiciness that hits your throat. It's like a loving spiciness. Sliced fried beef heart with some breading there. And try that out too. A little chewy, but in that fun, organy way. Very yummy. All of this is fantastic. It's just a bunch of Korean comfort food, just fried, delicious, over-the-top yumminess.
Sundays at this market mean packed food stalls and even a little recreational drinking.
They gave me some makgeolli. This is Korean rice wine in here. Konbae. One shot?
One shot.
Ah!
One shot.
I see this place right up here. This is something that used to freak me out that I never got to try in Korea.
For years, I lived in Seoul, passing this beauty in the streets. Much like asking the popular girl to prom, I always intended to try, but never had the courage to until now.
Look at that, it's a freaking nose of a pig. And then she's got these big sausages. I'm pretty sure these are like a blood sausage. 안녕하세요. 이거 Soondae? Soondae.
Yes, Soondae is a type of blood sausage and a pretty common street food in Seoul, stuffed with rice, blood, minced meat, and maybe even some veggies if we're lucky.
Look, I asked for a little bit of sausage. Look how much they gave me. I can't believe like years and years ago, I was afraid every time I saw that big nose looking at me, it would really freak me out. Today I'm just jumping in and like this little girl, she's gonna try it out. Wow. You could be a YouTube star. She's like, yeah, heck yeah, I eat some pig face. So if she can do it, why couldn't I and why couldn't any of you? You know what I mean? So we've got like a shrimp sauce here that goes with the pig. I don't know what to call it except for a pig face. There's probably a good Korean word for it. Let's try it out. If you look at it, it is super fatty. Like that, this pig had a fatter head than me. We're gonna dip it into this sauce. Let's go for it. It's really good. What the fuck? 맛있어요. Wow.
김치, 한국 김치, 돼지머리.
She's showing me how to eat. She's like, yo, layer it up. You gotta put some kimchi, a tiny bit of sauce, and we're gonna put it all together. That's a lot of food. The texture, it's a bit fatty. There's a little bit of meat. When you put it with the spiciness and the salt from the sauce, like the flavor is undeniable. That's really surprising. I'm super glad I tried that out today. And then we're jumping into the Soondae right here. It smells like a bunch of ground up organ meat. It's a bit intimidating. I'm gonna get a nice medium-sized piece here. That's still a pretty big piece. I'm gonna put a little salt on there. Let's try it out. Wow, that's a mix of emotions. I like the head meat a little more. It's got like a mustiness to it. I think you have to be drunk when you eat that. No offense. No offense. It's got like this gelatinous texture mixed with chewy rice, some meaty flavor, but like the blood flavor is very present in there. And I think it's wrapped with real intestine, which is a nice treat. I'm gonna try one more. I really need to nail down this flavor profile. It takes some getting used to. It was yummy, but it was even more fun than it was yummy. You know what I mean? 감사합니다.
Banchan are small side dishes that might accompany any type of Korean meal.
I recognize some of these here. This is 멸치, and I believe this is spicy, chewy squid. The peanut one right here is more like a sweet bean with almost like a molasses around it.
Here you can buy them in bulk and even do some taste testing before committing.
We're about to try out an entire tiny little crab. Oh, that's a good crunch. It kind of breaks apart very easily, very brittle.
Banchan can include kimchi, dried squid, basically anything you see here.
One of my favorite things here is the spicy ojingo, spicy squid. Bam. Try it out. Really good. It's a little spicy, a little fishy, and has a great chewiness to it. I love that one. Wow, guys, they gave us these little yogurts. and it really cleanses the palate after you take down an entire crab. And we're gonna try one more thing here. This is called dorok. It's a root vegetable. Putting it in my mouth. It's like an old carrot smothered with salty gochujang sauce, like red pepper paste. Basically, everything here has kind of a powerful taste. It's really like well-preserved, salty, a lot of intense flavors coming from a place like this. They have so many different food items here. So they have pig skin and chicken feet.
Korea makes the best chicken feet. Deboned so they're super easy to eat, and just like the pig skin, they're both coated in a layer of spicy red chili paste.
Oh, that was really awkward and friendly. This is some thick japchae, yo. The THICC thick japchae up in here.
Japchae are slicked up glass noodles coated in sesame oil, usually with some woodier mushroom and other veggies tossed in.
And then we have a kimchi mandu here and I believe a gogi mandu as well.
Mandu is the Korean word for dumpling. And when it comes to street food, you'll always find the pinkish kimchi variety and gogi, or meat dumplings, as well.
Let's just order all that and spend a bunch of money, guys.
As a bonus, the owner throws me a glass of shike, basically a Korean horchata, and a couple rice cakes too.
We got our mandu. We're gonna eat that with some soy sauce here. Got some onion with it. I mean, guys, I think after this, I've eaten almost everything in this market. Really yummy. Meaty, chewy, savory, kind of a classic dumpling. I'm gonna put the kimchi in. Little tangy, some sour kind of grilled kimchi flavor. We chase that with an onion. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna jump right into the japchae. Look at the beauty that is super common side dish with Korean food. Let's try it out. This one's really peppery. It's the most peppery japchae I've ever had, but I like it. And then a lot of sesame oil too, so it's oily and it gives it some smoky flavor to it. Moving on, if you take a look here, this is like our spicy platter. With the tteokbokki here, we've got these boneless kind of shredded chicken feet. So when you look at it now, it just kind of looks like a glove. And then here, squares of this pork skin called gapdaegi. I'm gonna start with some pork skin. I love that. And that's even better with alcohol, I'll tell you that. It was really chewy, gelatinous, spicy. She already shoved one of these in my mouth, but I'm gonna try it one more. Chicken feet, it's good. She's like massaging them right now. If you're gonna have chicken feet, this is the way to start out with it, because it hardly even looks like a foot anymore, and it's boneless, so it's really easy to eat. And then we're gonna finish it off with one of these fat tteokbokkis they got here. You can see inside that white rice cake. Great, robust, chewy texture, and a bunch of spice on the outside. And we wash it all down with some shipgae. That's very nice. Cool and refreshing.
This could be magical.
We've come to this lady's kiosk here. She's just selling basically tons of different types of seaweed. It's like the seaweed you'd see on the outside of kimbap. That's why kim is like seaweed. 이거 맛있어요?
네, 맛이 한국에서 제일 제일
Very good, the best. Cheers.
맛있어요. 이렇게 드세요.
Yummy. Salty, crunchy, a little bit of seafood flavor in there. That's a brand. If you're in the market for seaweed, I mean, that one is pretty good if you can read that. Listen, we've had almost every food that this market has to offer. And oh, hi. 찹쌀 영으로 뭐예요? You know?
영어로 rice,
Rice cake. Oh, she knows.
rice.
이거 맛있어요?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 찹쌀 호떡 하나 주세요. You can see here, she's making it by grabbing a huge chunk of dough. She throws in the sesame seeds, the sugar. She's showing me on this little spoon right here. And then she's gonna drop it right onto this hot oil. The most impressive part, she's flipping it and then pressing it. This adds to the unique shape of this food. So she's gonna fold it over, put it into the cup, and then, oh yeah, 2 cups. Yeah, 감사합니다. Wow, guys, what a nice dessert for what, $1.50 about? And you can see it's doughy, it's fried, donut in a cup, basically, with tons of delicious filling, sesame seed, brown sugar, it's all gooey. Likely, I will burn my face off upon putting this in my mouth hole, but let's see what happens. It's so good, undeniable. It's so doughy, it's just like a bunch of fried dough with some sweetness on the inside. You can see it's crustified, crispy, crunchy on the outside, and then super doughy on the inside. Next time you come to the market and you eat 15 different foods, end your day with a sweet, doughy Korean donut just like this.
Say
Thank you so much for watching and joining me today. I just want to let you know this video was made possible by One Trip Vietnam.
One Trip is the highest rated tour company in Vietnam, doing tours from north to south. Right now in Hanoi, Da Nang, Hoi An, and Saigon, you can experience food tours, adventure tours, and more.
For more information on One Trip, check out the links in the description down below. I will see you next time. Peace.
I couldn't really let it go. I didn't want you to know.